Professor Yacat. Now we have about 30 minutes for open forum questions, discussions to either of our speakers. Of course, kung gusto nilang magpaliwanag sa ibang mga sinabi nila because of lack of time, we can also have time for that. So initially, we'd have the question, we'd open the floor to questions from the floor. Kung may mga tanong sa audience to either speakers, one is one was focused on the indigenous peoples during the last 6 years, and the other is on the children during the last 6 years. So may mga katanungan tayo. Yes, please. There's a mic in the center. So. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Monica Santos sa Anthropology. So my question is for Dr. Castro. I guess I want to go beyond also itong regime ni President Aquino. Just to ask if there are any positive things from IPRA, if at all.
Actually, IPRA is positive on paper. All the rights there are given, rights to ancestral domain, rights to their traditional culture, benefits. So they're all good. The problem with IPRA is pinagsama ang dalawang components. Parang Magna Carta siya of Indigenous Peoples' Rights at sinama yung pagbubuo ng National Commission on Indigenous Peoples. Yung mga anthropologists na nag-lobby before, panahon pa ni na Professor Ponciano Benagen, mga ganyan, ang gusto lang nila ay indigenous people's rights lang. Wala na yung government superstructure na nagiging intermediary between IPs and the state. Ang nangyayari, nagkakaroon ng middle, meron pang tagapamagitan. Tulad yung kwento ni Kawini, dati dumidiretso siya sa gobyerno. Ngayon sasabihan siya, teka, ang gobyerno nyo, NCIP, doon kayo tumakbo. So, yun yung naging problema. Secondly, while the NCIP is composed of the commissioners are all IPs themselves, however, it is under the office of the president. So, may question then how independent it really is.
Or wait, yeah, sige, pwedeng.
Kanina kasi dahil sa lack of time, baka naman magkaroon ng ideya na mas maganda pala yung panahon ni GMA. May problema rin ng panahon ni GMA. While may datos, may daya sa mga datos. Okay? Halimbawa, the first CADT, okay, was issued during the time of GMA. Hinabol siya para sa SONA. Okay? Ginawa siya talaga a few days before. This is Bakun Benguet. Para may mai-report. Ganon. So, pareho lang eh. Yung isa walang report. Yung isa nag-over-report. Okay. Yan.
I-comment ko lang na halos similar yung sitwasyon sa children's rights monitoring. Bagamat maraming ang datos, yung very interesting pag binasa nyo yung state party report, parang ang ganda nung achievements, pero pag tiningnan ninyo, halos yung mga ni-report nilang achievements ay galing sa NGOs at hindi galing sa gobyerno. No? So, kaya yun yung una naming kritisismo noong sinulat yung NGO report kasi sabi namin, baka hindi na kami dapat mag-submit kasi yung sinabit nyo ay isang NGO report. No? So yun yung dahil halos lahat noong achievements na sinasabi na achievements ng Pilipinas, hindi yung state party yung gumawa, kundi yung mga NGOs. Hindi ko rin alam kung dahil yung hinar nila na writer ay galing sa NGO, kaya na-privilege talaga yung achievements ng NGOs. Pero ang inaasahan ay ang duty bearer primarily para sa pag-i-implement ng children's rights ay ang state party. So dapat yung nakalasaad doon ay yung mga ginawa at hindi nagawa ng isang gobyerno.
Meron akong tanong kay Professor Yacat, actually. I was going to, wait, let me, just wait. Yeah, because Vice Chancellor Castro pointed out that President Aquino mentioned the IPs in certain of his sonas. The first one's not, wala, no? Did he mention children in his sonas?
I think yes sir. Kaya parang hindi pwedeng hindi. Dahil yun nga po, yung una nga yung mga MDGs, marami po doon ay specifically nakatuon sa mga bata. So, tulad ni EGMA, maalala niyo yung bangkang papel no na ano. So, si President Aquino din ay mayroong ilan no na kinukuhang mga testimonya na may kinalaman sa mga bata at kabataan. So yung kabataan natin, youth, kasama din yung mga 18, no. So meron din ilan. So sa akin palagay hindi pwedeng hindi. Pero yun nga po yung ano na wag din tayong magpadala no na ibig nangangahulugan na dahil nabanggit, ibig sabihin ay na-prioritize, no. So magkaibang bagay yung dalawang 'yon.
Yes, Dr. Aceves.
Mary Rosellas, Antro Department also. I just wanted to start by first thinking of something and then asking Professor Yacat a question. That is, it seems to me when you're evaluating or assessing something, it depends on why you're doing it. If you're assessing, let's say, a child development program of some kind, for a program, you really do want to see what's kulang, because you want to reach those kids who haven't been reached. Fair enough. And as social scientists, our job is supposed to be critiquing society, critiquing programs, and so on. At the same time, I think when you're assessing the total performance of an administration, whichever it is, then I think you also have to say more, you did, but more about what have been the achievements? I'm thinking, for example, I worked for UNICEF for 13 years, so I know how hard it is to get from one, goal to another. And when you pointed out that under 5, mortality has decreased from 64 per 10,000 to 30, right? And I guess, and so on. So, but to reduce it by half, I'm not sure what the time period was, but it's extraordinary. And the thing with percentages, I think they can be very disarming if you don't also look at the absolute numbers. When you see what the reduction of 64 to 30 in absolute numbers, then you can say that's how many kids were saved, let's say. You compute. All right, so I just wanted to make the point that I think when you're trying to assess an overall performance of government, you have to look, compared to previous administrations, which you did, how are they doing? Is it better, worse, to what extent? Because that's the real judgment. In a way, I was just at SWS presentation, and they do that a lot. Mahar really reviews over a 40-year period practically, so you can really see and assess what is this one doing versus the other 5 or so. So that's the first kind of general point I wanted to make. It also, I wish you would have, I would really like you to say more about the neonatal, because I know also that under 5 and infant mortality is not bad. I mean, it is reduced to, can go far, but it's reduced. But neonatal is really very poor, the first month of life. And why is that? For program purposes, why is that? Of course, those of us who are advocates of reproductive health are saying it's very much because of the status of the mother during the pregnancy, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, so maybe you could, is there not, I think Monica also saying, if you present such a gloomy picture because you look only at the negative, and fair enough if you're trying to improve a program, but if you're assessing a whole government, it seems to me you have to say more in a more balanced way. What really improved, what is not so good, and what's really still terrible, right? So maybe you'd like to comment on that.
Well, actually, yun po nga yung point ko. Sa larangan ng health, dito po tayo may pinakamalaking gains. No? So dahil Kung titingnan niyo po yung presentation, so sa larangan nga ng life, survival, and some aspects of development, maganda po yung scorecard noong Aquino Administration. It's in the protection issues na mas medyo nasisilat, no? So yun po yung point. At feeling ko po din ay dahil maganda nga na sa akin palagay malaki yung naging papel ng commitment ng government to the MDGs. So, malinaw kasi yung mga targets, no? Ang hirap kasi niyan, halimbawa, for protection issues. Parang, ano ba yung mga targets mo for protection? Wala nang rape, zero. So, di ba? So, mas mahirap siya in that sense, no? But for these more concrete indicators, I think the Aquino government did well. No, and I made that particular point in this particular presentation. Although, meron din po ako nakikita na ilang mga international organizations, no, na parang sige, parang okay, ito yung gains natin, pero pag tiningnan din natin yung absolute values noong ilang percent pa, medyo millions pa rin yon. Kaya sinasabi nila we should not rest on our laurels, no, kasi malaking bilang pa rin yan ng mga kabataan na namamatay, no. Although kung ang absolute value, saan po tayo nagsimula? I think for infant mortality, it's around 50%. No? So, at nababa natin yan to around 20 plus. Malaking ano po yun. Malaking gains po talaga siya. And it took a number of administrations, no, over the years. Hindi lang yan gains halimbawa ng Aquino government. No? Pero may iba pa. Pero hindi kasi, sa mga MDGs po, maternal mortality ay pangit po yung ating scorecard doon, no? Baka may kinalaman din po siya nga kung bakit din yung neonatal mortality halos hindi nagbago. So.
Hello. Hi, I'm Feline, third year social work student. I'd just like to ask kung yung KIRNAF po ba yung IPRA, meron po bang na-consult na IPs during that time? Kasi parang feeling ko po, very one-sided yung perspective niya. And to think na ganito na yung from what you've presented po, sir, yung ganito po yung repercussions niya sa community. And like last year, highest po yung incident ng IP, extrajudicial killing. So, I'd just like to ask if maging part ba sila ng drafting noon and were they even consulted? So, thank you.
Alam ko merong series of consultations. So 1997 ang IPRA, no? Pero yung mga consultations around the country yon, alam ko sa Senate si Senator Flavier yung nangunguna diyan eh. So I'm sure about those conducted in the Cordillera. Nagkaroon ng mga consultations doon. Kaya nga ako may feeling na I'm not too sure with the other areas. Kaya nga may feeling ako na sobrang pang-Cordillera yung model ng IPRA eh. Yung communities na territorially bounded. Kasi ganun yung kalinggi. Yung klarong-klaro, ito sa'yo, ito hindi na sa'yo. Pero pagdating sa mga halimbawa, nomadic hunters-gatherers, hindi ganun ang concept nila ng territories. They're more fluid. So, parang ang sagot ko dyan, yes to a certain extent and mainly through the local government units, which also happens to be members of indigenous communities. Pero I'm not too sure how it has trickled down all the way to yung mga ordinaryong katutubo. Pero saying that, I think parang ano kasi siya, statement of intent, yung ano yung mga gusto nating ibigay na rights. Ang problema, paano ngayon to i-operationalize now that several years na yung implementation ng IPRA, pwede nang I'm advocating for different models according to different cultural communities. Halimbawa, iba doon sa mga agricultural societies, iba doon sa mga coastal communities, ganon, ano? Pwedeng mag-craft ng different policies.
Good afternoon po. Bianca, third year social work. Sir Castro, in your own assessment po, mas naging maganda po ba yung implementation ng IPRA or NCIP? Mas nakatulong po ba yon sa situation ng IPs natin ngayon as compared nung wala pa ito? And kung If not, ano po yung mas magandang gawin? Thank you.
May taga-NCIP. May estudyante ako dyan na andyan na formerly with NCIP. I'm not sure kung narito pa siya. Paano ba? Ano yung first question? Mas nakatulong ba ang NCIP? Okay. At the start, yung NCIP, okay, may historical problem eh. Where did NCIP come from? They were two distinct offices. Office of Northern Cultural Communities, Office of Southern Cultural Communities, na pinag-merge. Pero iba yung mandate ng offices na yon. Ang mandate nila was social services. Meron silang nurse, meron silang para-teachers, ganyan. Nung binuo yung NCIP, the rank and file came from these offices na walang skills, capability in terms of ancestral domain delineation, ganyan na ngayon ang pinapagawa sa kanilang tasks, which made it really very difficult for them from the start. Pero ako nga, ang tingin ko, dapat engaging din yung academe, ano? Kasi sa academe, meron namang mga experts tulad nga nung who are indigenous peoples. Namomroblema ang NSO. Pagtanong sa censuses, itatanong nila, anong ethnic group mo? Yung informant, ano po ang ethnic group? hindi wala, napaka-abstracto sa atin nung kontekstong yon. So, hindi nila ma-operationalize. So, it could have been better. Tapos, nagkaroon ng talagang at the start, problema ng NCIP with very limited budget. Sabi nga nung NCIP, probably sinadya yun, ganyan, ng Kongreso. Pero, yun yung start. Sana natuto na tayo nung from the start at therefore, nag-improve na. Kasi ang nangyayari ngayon, kasi nung nakaraang regime, ganyan. Laging ganun yung sagot.
Meron pang ibang tanong? Oh, Iwan.
Sorry kasi late kami. Andun si Eric Bacolino. We have to meet him. Well, ako nga pala si Lawalhati Abreu. Matagal ako sa Mindanao. Naikot ko ang Mindanao. Nakahalubilo ko ang mga katutubo ng Mindanao. At dahil doon, well, napilit ako magturo ngayon ng Mindanao Studies sa UP Mindanao. At isa nga sa pag-aaralan namin doon ay ang lumad, no? Well, madaming kaso ang NCIP doon, no? Isa na yung ginagamit sila ng mga minahan para kumuha ng yung formal, yung consent para makapasok ang minahan sa community. O gumagawa sila ng mga peking leader na hindi naman leader doon sa community, kukuha sa ibang community, itatayo nila yung mga council of elders, maski wala naman yun sa tradisyon ng isang, halimbawa, subanin, wala naman silang ganon, magkakaroon ng ganon, para lang sila makapasok sa minahan. Halos wala atang positibong nagawa ang NCIP sa Mindanao, no? Yun ang aking, yun ang aming assessment sa Mindanao tungkol sa NCIP.
Maraming salamat sa komentong yun. At taga doon talaga si Lulati. So, may mga katanungan o may mga komento pa tayo? Yes.
My name is Jaira Anolin po from Miriam College, and assuming po na IPRA recognizes the fact of ancestral domain, bakit po pa rin po madami pa rin po mga indigenous people sa Mindanao ang nawawala po sa ancestral land nila? And bakit po yung iba pong ancestral domain pinapayagan po ng government na gawin parang plantation po, kunwari ng companies, for example, ng Dole and other imported companies, bakit po parang pinapayagan pa rin po nila tapos parang sinasambahala po nila yung rights ng mga indigenous people?
Nung panahon kasi nung IPRA, panahon pa nga ni President FVR, ano, tapos maraming pinroses na ancestral domain claims. Ang unang mandate nung kasi 1997 yung IPRA, binuo yung NCIP 1998. Ang mandate ng NCIP noon ay i-process yung mga claims into titles. Kasi claim, mga komunidad, sinasabing amin yan. Ang NCIP nahirapan. Bukod doon sa mga problema sa kasanayan, medyo contested. Kaso ng Mindanao, yes, ancestral dominion, pero na-privatize na ng mga migrants o kaya ng mga big corporations, plantations. Later, ang NCIP nagkaroon ng policy na i-process na lang natin yung mga easy to process na claims. Therefore, yung mga hindi masyadong contested. Pero mangilan-ngilan lang yun. Yung mga marami talagang Mindanao, halimbawa, in a situation of conflict na talaga. Halimbawa, yung finlash ko rin, hindi yung Mindanao, Boracay, 2 hectares lang ang pinag-uusapan. Mas malaki pa ang UP. Pinagtatalunan pa kung sa ati yun o hindi. Ganun katindi yung mga issue. Ngayon, yung tanong mong bakit, ay, nako. Itanong natin sa pamahalaan, bakit?
Sir, last po, follow-up. Tapos po, bakit po parang yung dating po sa akin, since inaalaw po ng government na parang masira yung natural heritage natin by giving away or selling our ancestral domains saka yung mga lands natin na para nagre-represent pa rin ng culture, parang yung sa mga nawawala po na mga IP doon sa lugar nila, dapat po meron sila natatanggap na compensation.
Yes.
Pero sometimes po, according po sa mga dumalaw po sa school namin na IP, hindi raw po dumarating or late na kulang-kulang pa. Tapos po parang ang unfair kasi parang hindi tinitignan ng government yung nawawala, kung gaano kalaki yung nawawala, compared sa nagigain natin na parang walang percentage man lang sa nawala sa atin. So parang
Yeah. Tama 'yon, siguro isang sagot do sa tanong mo bakit pinapahintulutan ng gobyerno natin. Ang gobyerno natin may tinitignan ng mga priorities. Makikita do sa datos na pinresent ni Professor Yacat, may paglaki talaga ng ating GDP. Therefore, ang naging prioridad nila ay investments, prioridad nila ay makapag-economic benefits, income. Ang malaking question na makikita rin sa slides ni Professor Yacat, yung bang growth na yon ay inclusive growth. Mukhang lumilitaw, hindi. Merong mga nakinabang, mas maraming hindi nakikinabang. So, while madalas pinagmamalaki ng pamahalang Aquino na na tayo, parang the new tiger of Asia, pag itatanong mo sa ordinaryong tao sa kalye, nararamdaman ba nila yon? Hindi sila makapag-identify doon.
sorry. Very agricultural-oriented po kasi the parents are working in Department of Agrarian Reform. Pero I think po the giving away of our ancestral domain, parang they're desperate to have economic growth that they're not valuing the lands anymore. Parang sobrang desperate naman ng government natin na makaangat kung parang binibenta lang yung heritage natin to other foreign countries, di ba? Parang
Well, siguro, as a last question, since nasa akin yung mic ngayon, I would like to ask both our speakers kung meron bang matuwid na daan sa larangan ng IPs o sa larangan ng mga disempowered disenfranchised children?
yung presentation ko parang skewed na, parang lumilitaw. Walang nangyari, lumala pa, no? Pero ang isang malaking difficulty, walang masyadong datos. Kung meron man, hindi disaggregated yung data. So, meron tayong data on the poor, walang data saan sila o are they the indigenous poor? Are they the youth? Indigenous youth? So huhulaan mo eh. So kaya gumagamit tayo ngayon ng mga proxy indicators na pwedeng tumama, pwedeng mali. Mukhang meron namang mga nag-improve. Ay, ito ang nakita ko. Kasi gusto ko sanang tignan ano yung top 10 poorest provinces in the country at kung ito ba yung mga lugar ng mga IPs. Dati, yes, dati. Pero ngayon, nawala na dyan ang mga Ifugao, mga ano. So, ibig sabihin ba, nag-improve pala kalagayan ng Ifugao. Ang natira doon, Apayao. Ano? Maguindanao, sige, Moro, meron din namang mga Teduray doon. Pero ang lumaki yung mga disaster-prone areas, Samar, Leyte, yun ang mga lahat dumami sa nakakalungkot din, So, parang sa isang banda, mukhang dumami ang poor. Hindi na lang IPs, kundi pati mga iba pang nasa coastal communities, ganyan. So, mahirap sabihin kung actually nagiging katatawanan nga sa iba yung pagdaang matwid no. Yun so yun. Siguro hindi ko pa napapakinggan yung iba't ibang sectors na tatalakayin ng CSSP at ng Third World Studies. Nagkataon lang na kami yung nauna, pero sa IPs talagang failing grade.
Yung isa na ma-appreciate sa government ng Pilipinas ay yung democratic space for the civil society. No? Sobrang laki nun. At minsan nga, to a certain extent, kung ikaw ay member ng civil society, minsan nakakapagod. Kasi ayon sa anecdotes ng mga nasa civil society, bukas naman, kaya lang, ikaw yung mag-aasikaso ng halos lahat. No? Ang dami nating mga interagency na mga bodies. No? Madalas yun kapag hindi kumilos yung mga civil society actors doon, hindi rin kikilos yung mga madalas kaysa hindi. No? Na hindi rin kukilos yung mga interagency coordination. Parang madalas iniisip mo, dapat pag state party, ikaw yung mangunguna. Pero madalas they let the NGOs not take the lead. No? To a certain extent, that's giving more democratic space. No? At yun, yung isa. No? So sa larangan ng children's rights, for example, even children's participation, no, malaki yung malaki talaga yung puwang ng government natin. And to a certain extent, yung ilang prinsipyo na pinapatupad, halimbawa ng kasalukuyang administrasyon, yung ideya ng bottom-up budgeting, for example, ay mga prinsipyo na naka-align sa ideya ng children's rights. No? So sa akin palagay, ano man yung ginagawa ng Aquino government, yung idea yung pagrespeto at pag-promote natin ng karapatan ng mga bata, yun yung matuwid na daan. So sana nga din sa mga boboto next this election, piliin din natin yung presidente na mayroong ganong klaseng sentimiento para sa karapatan ng mga bata, at hindi yung mag-endorse na patayin natin yung mga bata. Maraming salamat.